Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hope you guys are all doing well. In this particular video, we are going to be talking about apparently 7 names that are on Bayern Munich's shopping list for this summer coming up. Now, we already know before we get into these names and so on and so forth, like Bayern Munich need an overhaul. Like it's basic fact. Bayern Munich need to get in a ridiculous amount of players and get out a ridiculous amount of players. Now it's easier said than done. Us fans can literally talk. You can talk in the comments or on a live or as friends in a group, in a community, whatever you want to say, about players. You know, Kimmich should be gone, or Fonzie should be gone. Maybe we should sell Sane. Maybe we should sell Gnabry. You know, maybe we should do this. Maybe we should do that. It's easy to do that. You know, anyone and everyone has an opinion these days, but it's not necessarily as easy to do for the club. And we're going to obviously have to wait and see what's going to happen with Bayern Munich and if they are going to be as cutthroat as we should be. So yeah, there's 7 names. We're going to go through it, react to it. You can give me your opinion in the comment section down below. Again, that is why it's here. That is why it's there, to give your opinion. This is a Bayern Munich fan channel. Yeah, man, get involved. Thank you for the support. As always, please do smash the thumbs up, comment. If you are new, hit the subscribe button. Daily Bayern Munich content going forward. I know I have my week or so break, just going through things mentally. But at the end of the day, being vulnerable there's nothing wrong with that. Even as a macho man, there just generally isn't. So hopefully you guys are doing well. I mean that. And let's get into the video. So if we do that like so. Bish bash bosh, here are the 7 names. Now, obviously, you guys are going to see it straight away. You're going to be going off of it straight away. Christian Falk is the one that is producing this list, if you want to say. Take it with a pinch of salt. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. It really doesn't. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. So again, 7 names on Bayern Munich's shopping list for the summer. Again, just to reiterate, I know you guys aren't idiots and I'm never going to say you are, but doesn't mean it's going to happen. You know what I mean? You know what football is like. Football is a manic and mad game. So yeah, it doesn't mean anything. And then obviously the list is there, which we'll go through in a minute. And then it says this list, this is a list that rather stems from the Bayern bosses. A lot will obviously depend on Tuchel or the coach. So the first one is Frankie de Jong. Straight away, I don't need to Google Frankie de Jong. I know who Frankie de Jong is. Obviously, he's a Barcelona player, obviously Dutch, brilliant player, fantastic. He just is. But again, I don't think he's the 6. I don't think he is the 6 that we need. I think he's more of an 8. I actually think he's more of a mixture of both, to be honest with you. But I don't think he is the centre defensive mid that we need. I think he'd be brilliant to have, but I also think he is a Barcelona player. Obviously, he is contracted by Barcelona right now, but his dream is to go to Barcelona. I don't see him coming over. Maybe our Dutch connections in our squad could get him over, but again, I don't see it happening. But again, everyone has an opinion. You can have your opinion, of course. The next one is Xavi Simons. Now, this one straight away was just mad when I read it on the list. Obviously, he is a RB Leipzig player, and at the moment he is. I know that Leipzig, from what the reports are saying, would like to keep him. He's had a brilliant season playing in the league. He's had 7 goals, 11 assists in 31 matches. This is obviously his first season in the Bundesliga as well. He's played some Champions League games, 2 goals, 2 assists in that. He's brilliant, fantastic. 21 years old. He is an absolute superstar. He is owned by PSG, though, remember. He was only put out on loan. Now, I know Leipzig will want to sign him, but I think he probably will go back to PSG. I think that's going to be the case. Would I like to sign him? Yes, 110%. I think he'd be brilliant. Where would he play? I'm not really too sure, but he's fantastic. Again, we know he can score in the league. We know he has ridiculous qualities. But are we going to go and get him? I can admire a player. Doesn't mean we're going to go and get them, of course. So Yeah, let me know what you guys think. And PSG probably would want a good amount of money for him as well. Of course, the next one is Theo Hernandez. He obviously is the brother of Lucas Hernandez, obviously playing for AC Milan. 26 years old. Again, another brilliant player. Obviously, is a left back. Obviously, is our first choice left back. This season in the Serie A for Milan, he's played 31 matches, 5 goals, 4 assists. He's very, very fast. Obviously, is one of the main players in the French national team. He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. And I know a lot of people are sold on him and want him and so on and so forth. I just think he's going to be ridiculously priced. I don't know what's going to go on with our left back situation. Are we getting Stanisic back? Are we going to play Mazzari left back? Are we going to bring in Kragzig and try and nurture him into playing a Bundesliga season rather than putting him out on loan? Like, there's so many variables and so many different things that we could talk about. Again, 26 years old, nowhere near his prime at this moment in time, playing for Milan, AC Milan, sorry. And yeah, like, he's a brilliant player. There's no if, buts, and maybes about that one also. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. I know a lot of people do want him. A lot of people want him to be the replacement for Alphonso Davies. We'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. The next one, Anson Odog. I cannot say his name. I'm going to try and say his name. And I believe it's Asan or Durago. I probably butchered that. He, if I'm right by saying, is a young player playing for Schalke. He's a midfielder. I literally know nothing about him, so I ain't even going to lie. But he's a really young lad, 18 years old, and that's generally all I know. We can go off of his stats. He's playing in the Schalke team in the second German division. So he's number 2 Bundesliga. 3 goals, 1 assist. I don't know anything about him, so I'm not gonna even lie and say anything. He's German. All I know is that from what I can see on Google, that he is a professional footballer who plays in the midfield for Schalke, and he is German, and he is 18 years old, very young player. So yeah, I can't say that he's going to break through and do this and do that. So we'll skip him, but that's another person on the list. The next one is Chris Furich. Again, this guy is a brilliant player. Obviously, what he is doing for Stuttgart is amazing. Is amazing. He is one of their better players, and he is brilliant. 26 years old, obviously German. I shouldn't have said obviously, but he is a German international. 26 years old, can do it in the league. Stat-wise, 8 goals this season, with 7 assists. 33 matches. That's not bad at all, and he's only going to get better. At the end of the day, no offense to Stuttgart, Wolfsburg, Cologne, any of these teams. At the end of the day, the pinnacle of German football is Bayern Munich. We have the best players. We have Kimmich. We have Jamal Musiala. We have Harry Kane. We have Thomas Muller, Neuer, so on and so forth. We have some of the best talent in the world that teams would want. But at the end of the day, when you come to us, look at Harry Kane, for instance. Yes, again, he's still not won a trophy at all, but he has had his best season in his footballing career. Maybe that's because it's an easier league and it's a farmers league or whatever, but he has absolutely demolished this league, coming from the Premier League. So at the end of the day, if this guy was to come in, he's playing with some of the best players in the world. Would I like him? 100%. But who are we getting rid of? That's the problem. Who are we getting rid of? We've got Brian Zaragoza in there. He needs game time. We've got some of the young lads that come on. They need game time. Will they get loaned? I'm not sure. It's an if, but maybe. It's one of those. So for me, if I'm being honest, I would like him, and I think he will move from Stuttgart. But who's going? Who is going? Because we've got obviously the 3 main ones: Gnabry, Sane, and Kingsley Coman. But then we obviously have other players as well. Again, like I said, a massive overhaul is coming for Bayern Munich this summer, without a doubt. The next one is Jonathan Tah. Obviously, he is a German centre-back. Obviously, he's just won the league with Bayer Leverkusen, so congratulations to him. There ain't no hate coming from my side. obviously played in the Bundesliga for a while now. I was really surprised that Bayern Munich never did pick him up, to be honest with you. He's literally played in the league with Leverkusen since 2015-16 season. He has played a ridiculous amount of games with them. He's 28 years old. Obviously just won the league with Bayer Leverkusen. Their brilliant season. He's catalyst for that. He's got 4 goals and 1 assist for a centre-back. That's not bad at all. Yeah, like I said, he generally is a very, very good centre-back. Of course, there are other centre-backs out there, but Bayern Munich, for a long time, at least had 1 German centre-back in their team. And for a while, I think since... Who was it that left that was German? Was it Boateng? Or was it Hummels? I think it was Boateng left, and then we literally haven't had one. Obviously, we've got Kim Min-jae, who's from Korea. We've got ligt, who is Dutch. We've got Eric Dyer, who's English, and then obviously we've got, who's the other one that I can't think of their name, Upamecano, who is French. So we don't have a German player at the stick, if you want to say, or in front of the stick. The stick is the goalkeeper, but as a centre back. So yeah, like he's played like 29 games, 19, 28, 33, 25, 27, 33, 33, and now 30. Like he's played a ridiculous amount of games in the Bundesliga. So I'm surprised we haven't picked him up before. Maybe we'll go and pick him up now. I think he's a good player. And Bayer Leverkusen aren't going to want to sell him, because at the end of the day, they're not going to want to sell to a competitor when they've just won the league in their first actual try of winning the league with Alonso. So it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one to see what's happening. And then obviously the last name is I believe it's Amadou Onana, not to the goalkeeper, obviously, that plays for Manchester United. This is a player that plays for Everton. He's 22 years old, but Belgium international. Obviously playing in the Premier League with Everton. How much he would cost, I generally don't know. They picked him up from is it Lille? Is that how you say it, in the French league? Obviously he played in the French league, 32 matches in Liga. But one thing that needs to be said straight up is he has already played in the German system. He was with Hoffenheim. And was brought up through Hoffenheim. Like he was at Hoffenheim 2, then he was at Hoffenheim under 19s, then he went to Hamburg in the second Bundesliga. Then he went to Lille. He's played a ridiculous amount of games for Lille, 32 matches in the league, couple of matches in the French league, couple of matches in the Champions League. Obviously, he's a Belgium international. He's played a couple of games for them. And now Everton, obviously, last season he played 33 matches. This season he's played 29 matches. He's played a good amount of games. He is a DM. This is the player I would generally go for. But yeah, again, let me know what you think, because at the end of the day, everyone's got an opinion on everything these days. And of course, it can be bad at times, but it's also great, and that builds the community, which we have right here, talking about Bayern Munich, good, bad, ugly, the good times, the bad times. Obviously, we haven't had many bad times. This is the bad time right now, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know what I mean? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you for the constant support on the channel. We'll have to wait and see on what is going to happen. But that is from what Christian Folk is saying, 7 names that we could look at, 7 names that, could be on the shopping list for Bayern Munich. There will be an overhaul. There has to be, because if not, we're not going to get back to the pinnacle where we were winning 11 leagues in a row, winning the Champions League, winning everything, and obviously that comes with the coach, the signings, the injuries, how the rest of the other teams play, and so on. Obviously, there's so many factors in it, but it's massive. It generally is massive. There's no point lying about it. It is humongous for Bayern Munich to get it right in the summer. Get certain players out that we need them out, and get certain players in, and get back on the train. You know what I mean? And go for the league again, because that's where we should be. We're not a club that builds players like Borussia Dortmund. I'm not trying to hate on them. They're in the Champions League final. We're not. We're not a team like them that builds players like Jude Bellingham, Haaland, Sancho, and then sell them. we're not that. So we need to push on now. I want to win the league next season. I know Leverkusen are only going to strengthen, but Bayern need to be there. Till then, though, mia san mia, peace out.